Good morning, day and or night. I'm Mike from Micro Realms, and welcome to another Iggy video. Today, we're going to be rearranging Iggy's bioactive terrarium. We finally have everything we need so we can make him a proper forever home. This video is most likely going to be a 2 to 3 part video because the other parts of the bioactive tank is a little bit more intricate and needs a lot more attention to details, and I want to make sure you guys get all the right information that you need for your bioactive terrarium. So first things first, I will say we're not going to do two things because it's already done in his tank, which is getting drainage rocks. Now, when you get your drainage rocks, make sure you wash them thoroughly, make sure you decontaminate them, make sure they have no chemicals on them because it will hurt your reptile. Second thing you're going to do is grab this landscaping fabric, right? And you're going to drape it right over so that the dirt doesn't fall all the way to the bottom. Other than that, I'm going to show you every single thing that I do for this and how I make a substrate. So first things first, we're going to grab our New Zealand sphagnum moss and we're going to hydrate that because it's going to take a while to hydrate and we're going to use it for the end. So I'm going to put that in there for now, and we're going to grab some of our dry palm and we're going to put it with the moss and let it chill at the side because we're going to use it at the end. Now, after you hydrate your sphagnum moss, you're going to grab your reptile water conditioner. Remember, chemicals, very dangerous for your reptiles. It will kill them. Be very, very careful. Use this in your water, doesn't matter what type. I used a lot of water, so I just kind of went to town on it. It's perfectly fine. Don't be afraid to mash into it with your hands. Not gonna bite you, it's just like a sponge. Now that it's all mixed up, we're just gonna let it sit and let it absorb all that water. Alright, now that the moss and the palm is to the side, we're gonna move on to our soil. Now, for the soil, we're gonna have to be extremely careful with, because unfortunately, since we as a species do not know how to recycle, there might be plastic or other debris in here that we're gonna have to pick out. But luckily, I have my handy dandy shovel and my little dirt catcher. Now, I like to use Timberland topsoil. The reason being is that they have no additives, they're very all natural, it's clean, and it's safe for your reptile. I'm also checking is for mold as well. If it's moist and not taken care of properly, sometimes mold can grow in there and we don't want that in our terrarium. So anything that looks like a muddy brown or possibly like a white gray, you don't want that in there. Honestly, I might use this for all my plants. Guys, Timberland, if you want to sponsor me, I'll do plant videos, I promise. Anything to support the channel. Speaking of supporting the channel, if you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, you know, be a fan. So now that I just went through all that dirt and I made sure I took out all the little stuff, it wasn't that much. Thank you, Timberland. You stepped up your game from last time. I didn't find any bottle caps, just small little debris. So next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna grab our earthworm castings. Now, the reason why I'm using this is for the plants and the environment inside of the terrarium. This is a fertilizer, but this is a safe fertilizer since it is 100% earthworm castings, meaning no chemicals. Again, guys, chemicals will kill your reptiles. Be very, very, very careful. So we're just gonna grab this and we're gonna mix that in there, okay? Next up, we're gonna grab our Jurassic sand. Now, I like to use Jurassic sand since it comes from the natural born area of where the bearded dragons originate from. One of the bags are a different color, so it's gonna add a little pizzazz. But other than that, it's not gonna make much of a difference. The soil is where they grow up, so like he's 100% safe in it as well. So here we go, we got 4 10-pound bags. Now, a little fun fact, The reason why the sand's red is because of the high iron content that is found in the central part of Australia. So if you didn't know that, now you do. And you're probably wondering, Mike, do we need all this soil, all this sand, all this stuff to make? Yes. Believe me, yes you do. It makes a difference. And as it's flattened down in the terrarium, you'll see that I may even need a little bit more. But hopefully not, because I'm pretty sure I measured this just right. Now, you probably have heard that sand is bad for your reptile, for your bearded dragon, and all that. And yes, it is correct for very fine sand. But if it's from their natural habitat, it's a little bit thicker. It's not dangerous to them. Like, legitimately, people have their opinion. Not everybody raises their bearded dragon the same way. But for what I've seen, my dragon's very healthy. He loves his environment for the most part. He's very lively. And he has not been impacted, knock on wood. Now, this mixture is also really good because it holds itself together fairly well when it comes to shape, so that it doesn't collapse on your bearded dragon. That's also why I like using Jurassic sand in comparison to any other type of sand. Never use calci sand. Never use calci sand. That is a sin to your reptile. It comes out to be like this brownish, reddish mixture. And you can see there's a lot of clumps in this already, which is perfect. Next up, we're going to take Iggy out. We're going to take all his stuff out, readjust the tarp, and put all this dirt on it. And then we're going to redo his entire terrarium and make his forever home. So, let's do this. So I let Iggy outside the tank. He doesn't normally get a chance to roam around free for obvious reasons, but the moment we let him free, he was so excited, started running immediately. After we're done mixing everything, I put Iggy back in his tank so he gets a chance to warm up, since he's definitely cold from staying outside his tank for so long. I decided to change the setup a little bit because I wanted him to have more room to just run around. I decided to put some sphagnum moss underneath the rocks and logs so that the cleaning crew has a proper place so they can hide and survive from this hunter, because he will eat them all. I think he would definitely love his little hut being more on his hot side than on his cold side, and he's still gonna have his favorite stick, which he always lays on and still lays on. So I really don't see him complaining that much about his new home. I cannot wait for this bioactive tank to be fully operational. It's definitely going to be a long journey to get all this stuff together and make sure it's done properly, but the end result is going to be magnificent. Thank you for sticking out for the whole video. Please like, comment, share, copy a post if you want to help me and my pets survive and thrive. I really appreciate it. Guys, I'm Mike from Mike Epic Realms, and I'll see you very soon. Peace.